Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a GameReplays.org Heroes of New Earth cast. Today we have you a game from the Game Replays Amateur Season League #1 between proCalibre here on the Legion side and the Hellborn side of Kaixin Gaming. If I do mispronounce that, I do apologize. Somebody can correct me along the lines there. I am joined today by Fnatic MSI Nova. Woo, big name, yay. Nova, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing great, just being very tired, but still excited, being my first cast, so I'm glad to be here and being able to co-cast with you.
Yeah, it is fun times indeed. So you just had yourself the Gosu Gamers winners bracket tournament today for the World Cup, and how do you feel about that game? Without spoiling it.
Without spoiling it, okay.
Were they good games?
Well, it were. Depends on the viewer's point, I guess. For us, if you like the first game, you will like the other games as well. Let's put it this way.
Okay, fair enough. And that did take up a lot of your Saturday, because I do think it's about 4 AM for you. Is that not right, sir?
Yeah, almost 5 AM to be honest.
Well, it is an honor to have you here joining us, staying up late. You are definitely hardcore, but let's start paying attention to this game now. So proCalibre here has already done their first pick, but what do we got for the band, sir?
Well, we have for proCalibre going up Dr. Repulsor ban, being a very standard ban, although they have the first pick, and usually you want to first pick Dr. Repulsor if it's possible. Bubbles, Rigid Hag, and for KxG, I will say from now on, because I don't know how to pronounce the name either. We have Kronos, Swiftblade, and Pharaoh. Kronos and Swiftblade being very odd bans in my eyes. Maybe they scouted out proCalibre's strategies in before and saw they used Kronos and Swiftblade to a very potential outcome, so they banned them from now on. So it might be clan dependent picks bans, but except from that I see nothing special.
Now I'm just taking a quick look here through all the various favorites of proCalibre here, and I really don't see them up there at all. Kronos, however, is 18% on Pooh, the team captain here, the Witch Slayer. So he is 18% for that Kronos and 11% for that Swiftblade, so I think he hit it right on the money. He does seem to be a player that favors those two heroes very heavily. For the other bans, Dr. Repulsor, not a very surprising ban whatsoever. As you're saying, he is banned from, I'd say, close to 95% of every game that I've ever casted, which ever since inception. I think we got him out a few games, and then we kind of just put him up on that shelf and haven't come down for a dusting in a long while. So that being said, I do see we do have a Bombardier here on the Legion side. MSI really likes to play around with Bombardier lately, don't they?
Yeah, we do, but there are other teams who like to play him, so he's getting commonly banned, a bit like Storm or Dr. Repulsor nowadays. So we don't see him so often anymore, but yes, it's true, we like to play him.
And to go with that lineup, the Bombardier does have a Valkyrie and a Witch Slayer. We're just waiting here on these picks on the Hellborn, but a Voodoo Jester, Magnus have come out for them. I do see we have a ringer here, Nevermore, on Kaixin Gaming. And at this point, this is round 5 of the Amateur League. So in case anyone is wondering and they know the rule set, I do believe we had an 1850 limit, but as round 5, adds up, you're almost going to get at least 3-4 points a round. So that's why some of the PSRs here are a little higher than the maximum limit, because obviously if you start winning PSR games, you're going to gain that PSR. So don't worry about that. I do see a Meraxis and a Forsaken Archer coming out. Those are some interesting pickups there, sir.
I think that the Meraxis and the Bombardier are both interesting picks because they're the newest heroes, obviously. So we will see how the teams play him out, and if they know how to play them, although they're being very new heroes. We see a right-click Dark Lady there. Would be pretty exciting if they pick them up. As for Forsaken Archer, we see her now and then. She's more of a semi-carry that's forced to be played as a hard carry, but can't really keep up with the other hard carries, like for example Dark Lady, or whatever hard carries are preferred in the competitive play at the moment, like Gladiator, for example, for the tri-lane.
Now, how do you think this Meraxes is going to be played? Just out of wild guess with the lineup, because we do have the Voodoo Jester Magnus going for the support, and the semi kind of hard carry there for the Forsaken Archer, depending on how she's played. What do you think Meraxes' role is really going to be a dominant factor in this game, or what do you think here?
I do think that they might put him in a tri-lane, but could also solo him. It looks so far, if they're knowing what they're doing, they are going for a double initiation with Magnus and Maraxis both going for heading for portal keys, and then obviously having a Forsaken Archer as follow up, and in the late game as DPS hero. So that seems to be their strategy so far, but we have to see the 5th pick.
Yeah, the 5th pick could definitely turn everything around there. I do see that Dark Lady now missing, and instead we do have a Pestilence Glacius picked up. So a Witch Slayer Glacius Pestilence tri-lane is my bet here with a Valkyrie Bombardier in the other lanes. But hey, I'm not the pro here. What you say there, Nova?
No, you're absolutely right. There will be a Witch Slayer Pestilence Glacius tri-lane. They opted for a Dark Lady tri-lane, but apparently they wanted to go for a bit more safe strength carry in there, because Dark Lady doesn't really contribute a lot to tri-lane, so they pick Pestilence instead, which is kind of a semi-carry. Can't really be compared to other hard carries, but has more initiating contribution to team fights. So that's probably their tri-lane setup, and then they have a Valkyrie on the long lane, or at least the other solo lane on Bombardier middle. Whereas we have Hellbringer, Voodoo Jester, Magnus. They could go Modraxis, Hellbringer, Forsaken Archer, all heroes that have solo lane potential. So we will have to see what kind of tri-lane they will be running.
Yeah, throwing in that Hellbringer definitely can be a variable play at this rate. Kind of puts a monkey wrench in who's going to go which way. But I guess Nevermore there missed the boat on that ready up, as he was a little belated on that. But as the announcer says, let's get it on. We do have Kaixin Gaming taking on proCalibre here in the Amateur League for GameReplays.org. This game was played just recently, and I'm not too sure it was the Myrmidon patch, but there wasn't really that many big changes to game mechanics other than the introduction of a new hero. But correct me if I'm wrong on that one. Do you know anything about that, Nova?
No, nothing that comes to my mind right now.
Okay.
Special.
Alright, so we'll just assume right now that all the game mechanics have been solidified. We do at least have the Meraxes and Bombardier in here, but I'm pretty sure I did not see a Myrmidon in that. So, I don't know. If they do go a dual tri-lane in this, typically the tri-lanes would go what? Bottom in this regard, I suppose? I'm just looking at the Hellborn team at this moment.
You want to see the tri-lane first, but they will tri-lane the FA, and well, with these heroes, they could go for both. They could go for the short or the long lane, short being top for Hellborn, long being bottom for Hellborn. To either ensure a very safe farm for Forsaken Archer or go head to head with the enemy tri-lane. We have, though, the enemies trying something very sneaky here, but unfortunately they got spotted by Voodoo Jester, who all sheds what the fuck heart attack in this case. So plan didn't work out as they wanted, but a very nice idea there, I have to say.
Oh, I love that chat coming out of him. Wow, I mean, well, we don't even have a rune spawn yet, and when you run into all 5 heroes and you're just a Voodoo Jester, yeah, I'd have a little bit of a heart attack as well, because that could have easily been a first blood if we had any kind of range disable within range of that Voodoo Jester. But he is okay. He might have suffered somewhat of a stroke, but I mean, he has a heal spell, so he'll be alright. And we do kind of see the lanes now solidifying. I do not see a tri-lane coming out of this Hellborn team, however, sir.
Middle, some action. They will initiate on Bombardier, but this is most likely not going to be a first bloodlust.
You say that, but they've gone in on him. It's all for the marbles here. Bombardier is just taking a lot of damage, and just as you said, because could not do it. This could have been a very big turnaround onto that Meraxes, however, because he dropped really low, even doing a level 1 tower dive. And again, I don't know, a level 1 tower dive, he has 600 hit points. That tower will rip you a new one, so to speak. So that being done, it does look like Magnus is going to cycle up top. We do have a Valkyrie taking on a Forsaken Archer at this time. And as I said, Magnus is going to come up around here. I don't really foresee a kill going down on this Valkyrie anytime soon, but we got 2 Hellborn roaming around behind this Bombardier. What's going on here, Nova?
Well, they're trying so hard to focus on the best player of Legion. I checked the stats before, and he is by far their best player, and this looks like Bloodlust. Well done. Morax is kind of, let's say, baited Bombardier into trying to kill him or deal as much damage as possible, and then just Hellbringer and HoN came up from behind and took the Bloodlust for Legion there. Well played.
Just as a side note, I am here sitting at 138, 39, 40. I do believe you're about 3 or 4 seconds in front of me, but we do have an interesting strat coming out of the Hellborn because they do have 2 roamers, and that has left bottom lane completely abandoned here from the Hellborn for this tri-lane against this Legion team, and they are totally just being left to their own devices. Now typically I can't really agree to this because that's going to be a lot of free farm for that tri-lane, but then again it is a tri-lane and they're going to be splitting all that experience down the middle anyways. So I don't know, what do you think of this, 5-man in 2-lane kind of idea coming out of the Hellborn?
Problem is that Valkyrie is already level 3, whereas the Hellborn has nobody getting any experience on the bottom now. Pestilence, if he does his last thing correctly, will have a very fast bottle key, and this will help initiation wise a lot for the Legion team. Of course they want to get free farm on the Forsaken Archer, but I dare say they could achieve this with the less focus on the top lane. Then again, we have HoN and Hellbringer going back middle again. Bombardier is in a very dangerous position again. Gets initiated on here, and as you can see, he has no chance and will drop again. Witchslayer apparently TP'd middle, but this is not going to help, and Bombardier drops again and dies.
Now, as you were saying, you did check up this team captain, Pooh, which is just another one of those fun names to say in this game. And he was 1885, and they did do 2 of the 3 bans of his top 2 played heroes. So, as he said, maybe it is a whole thing about scouting here and just keeping down this Bombardier player, because they just do not seem to care whatsoever. They've now returned bottom, both the Hellbringer and HoN, but that's kind of 2 support-ish kind of heroes, because that is what this Hellbringer is doing right now. He's doing a lot of support, and I don't know, he might be able to transition into something more of a semi-carry if they're going to leave him dual laning here, but it's just a lot of pressure to put up against a Pestilence and a Glacius. So they have returns, lanes have kind of solidified yet again, but 2 kills on that mid, that puts Hellborn in a very good position, doesn't it?
Yeah, kinda so. Hellbringer already got boots, so if he's opting for more roaming, he can do so easily now with the high movement speed. Then again, they can't really let the Pestilence free farm and get his 2 quick bottle key. I dare say that Forsaken Archer is not lasting as good as the Pestilence could. Then again, it's 2 versus 2 right now. Seems like Magnus is going to pull the double, the stacked camp there right now, so they're kind of trying to get every possible XP point on top they can get, and get the whole creep wave denied there.
It's definitely a very good idea to deny that creep waving, because that's going to bring the lane right back up to the tower, exactly in the comfort zone of this Forsaken Archer. With all this roaming going around, I do see we do have a ward here for the Legion up at this top rune spot, but we also have a very offensive ward here from Kaixin Gaming on this top lane right behind the first tower. I'm just checking out the hit points on this Pestilence. He's taking a lot of damage. I think he'll be alright though, because I'm pretty sure this bad mojo is just not going to be enough to take him down, so no worries there. And this top lane, I mean, as I said, we're just bringing it right back into the comfort zone of these Hellborns. This is what happens when you don't ward these top creep camps, ladies and gentlemen. It just, it gives a lot of free experience to the Hellborn, especially when you can't gank them. Other wards sitting around town, we do have a pair of buddy wards here on the bottom river, and they're just kind of sitting side by side, happily doing their job. Overall, though, it's a very low warding area right now because we don't see them in the normal creep denying spots.
And it's true, both have left the camps open. I think they kind of wanted to buy that, and it was like wanting the other team to actually pull, because it makes the supporters sometimes a bit vulnerable if they try to get last hits from the creeps, and you have wards who are not actually blocking the camps but showing the supporters trying to do this, and then you can go and try to kill them with the long Valkyrie arrow, 5 seconds or something. But then again, they haven't tried this yet, so we will have to see if this was really their plan or they just simply forgot about blocking the camps.
Simply forgot is not something you really want to hear round 5 into a tournament, any tournament, be it as it may. But I mean, it could just be exactly as you say. You've been spot on so far. We do have Bombardier chasing this Magnus up here in the top rune spawn. Not too sure if he's just in trouble or just trying to do his best to get away here. But we do have a Witch Slayer going to be coming in as well. He's going to be stunning him, and down goes the dynamite. This is almost for sure a kill with a taunt coming out. So Pooh going to be able to pick up that kill. 1-2 is now going to be his score, and that will be the first kill for the Legion.
True. What time you're at, if I may ask?
6:55, 60, 56, 57, 58.
Okay, good. Then we are actually equal. We have initiation on the Bombardier here. Rex is doing a very good job and taking him out, even though the sticky bomb was on him, but not manually blown up to prevent him from the last hit.
I think your computer's better than mine. That's why you're getting so much farther ahead than me.
It's possible.
Yeah, so I'm at 7:24, 25, 26.
Yeah, exactly.
But that is another kill there on that Bombardier in the mid. So as a mid so far, I mean, he's 1-3. He has 13 creep kills, and we're 7.5 minutes into this game. So yeah, as I said, it's not the best farm whatsoever. A little bit of revenge going down here on the Meraxis. I really expected him to keep that ultimate up a little bit longer than what he just did. But oh, look at that! The ultimate coming out from the Bombardier and going to be taking him down. Not the best idea there for Meraxis to blow that ult so quickly, I don't think.
No, quite certainly not. Then again, Hellborn is still leading, 1k in gold, but now the Forsaken Archer got taken out by Valkyrie, actually soloed by Valkyrie. I guess she initiated with a 5-second arrow and was just then able to take Forsaken out with a double call of the Valkyrie. Pretty good pickup for Legion, equals out the gold by quite a bit, and they're actually ahead a little bit in experience right now, so pretty even game so far.
Yeah, it can all be turned around at the next hero kill, or even a few good denies here on a creep wave. It's that close, ladies and gentlemen. 3-3 is the score, 8 minutes 36. 37, 38 on the clock if you're watching from home. We do have some more pulling going down in these long lanes. Pestilence just picking up that creep camp down south, but we do have a Voodoo Jester and Hellbringer now in and around the area, but Hellbringer is level 5 and is not exactly in range for that Malphus, considering you need 6 for that, and now we're going to be supported here by a Magnus. Looks like they're out for blood. Pestilence is going to get initiated upon here, and I'm just not too sure that they got as much damage as they wanted off. They will be able to take that Pestilence, but this Magnus, you know, he dropped a pretty decently low. In the mid, we did see that Witch Slayer go down, but Bombardier might be able to grab another one. Again, the ultimate kind of just bursting right out of that Meraxis. I'm pretty sure that's being controlled by the player. Is that not?
He is. Might be that he's a bit nervous, or I don't know, just wants to get some damage off while he's doing it, but he was not even arranged for Bombardier, so I don't know exactly what he was thinking, but he survived, so I guess it's fine. With Pestilence porting back on bottom, and top is still 1v1. Forsaken seems a little bit scared of Valkyrie at the moment, and is not getting quite the farm the Hellborn team wants her to get, actually, I believe.
Oh man.
I missed that action.
Yeah, I totally missed it as well, but I do see a Malphus wandering around, so I'm assuming Hellbringer, with that new level 6, just dropped a Malphus on top of this Glacius, and I do believe Pestilence indeed, taking out, who was it? The
Station middle again, they're trying to take out Bombardier successfully. And there he goes again, 4 death already in 10 minutes. This is really not Bombardier's game.
No, but they are putting a lot of pressure specifically on that player. So I think he just needs to really start playing a lot more defensively, hug that tower a little bit more, stop being as much as aggressive as solo as he is right now. Because, I mean, as I said, 4 deaths. I mean, 4 of the 7 kills have been this Bombardier. So out for blood.
You're right, but it's not entirely his fault, because his team should set up some defensive wards. The top ward at the top room just ran out, and we have one. They just put up a good defensive ward on the bottom rune, kind of replacing the ward that is already there, and still for 190 seconds. But I guess Bombardier was kind of shouting in whatever voice chat they use for defensive wards, so these ganks don't happen so often anymore. 5 players of Hellborn in the top region of the map for some reason.
Well, I do think they were chasing down this Valkyrie, but Valkyrie was able to get out of that using her newly acquired Ghost Marches. Did not even... Oh yeah, she did use her Courageous Leap. So even going that far, and just cycles down right to the mid here. Bombardier again being focused and taken out, that time by the Meraxes ult, but look at the revenge coming out. That 2-for-1 was that exchange as Hellbringer and Voodoo Jester go down. Meraxes will be able to get out of that, but just so much support coming into the mid now, so this might be exactly, you know, all that yelling at his team might have just paid off for him right there.
I don't know if he's yelling, but I guess he's not quite comfortable with a 2-5 score right now, especially since he has a quite good KD and doesn't want to get it ruined.
Well, going for what, 2.86 I think it was pre-game, and
something around that, yeah.
Now he's 2 for 5, so that's a little under 100% right there.
Slightly. Magnus just going bottom and steam bathing, trying to start farming his ball key. As I said before, we have this one defensive ward on the bottom rune, but Bombardier will need another ward around top or the middle lane on the opposite side, on the Hellborn side, to prevent more ganks like this. Legion did already good by instantly TPing and taking out 2 heroes for him when they engaged on him, because Magnus was kinda late on middle, I have to say. But they will need more ward side to prevent stuff like this from happening.
I do notice that Bombardier actually hasn't returned mid ever since that latest death of his. But down south, we do have the Malphus coming out. The Bombardier ult is going to come down and grab some revenge on that Hellbringer, but the Witch Slayer was taken out as well. And now Glacius, he's a very frail hero, is going to get chased, but it was just too much bait as that Voodoo Jester goes down. Now Glacius might even be able to pick up the kill here on this Magmus, but Magmus does a great job getting into that force. Unfortunately, he has no portal key.
Didn't stun far enough. He was quite panicking, and then he was stuck in the woods for too long. I don't think though that he could have made it out after all, because Bombardier was coming right into his way. Malphus was actually almost killing Pestilence with his DOT aura around him.
So close.
Small AoE.
So close.
Very close. Very close. Guess I'm not excited enough, but still a little bit tired.
It's all good, Nova. It's all good. We do have Meraxes just looking around, and he's going to find this Pestilence, even activating his Ghost, and Pestilence with his flight is just too fast. I'm really surprised the Hellbringer didn't get that off earlier, but the dot is going to be enough for Meraxes to axe him down. We do have a Glacius still around town. Bombardier is showing his face, but Magmus is already up alive again, going to be steam bathing, and out goes the ultimate on top of that Witch Slayer. We're picking up a double tap here from Meraxes, and this Bombardier is just on the wrong side of that river. He's going to go down as well. So 3 quick kills in succession there for the Hellborn here at the 14:26-27 mark.
Once again, because I'm ahead. I have 32, 33, 34, 35.
Yeah, I'm at 39.
Yeah.
Good old replay system. Yep.
Good old replay system. Hellborn is doing way better at the moment. They're at a 3.38k gold lead, and actually having racked up quite an experience lead as well now. We have 2 TPs coming up bottom, but they will be spotted by the Hellborn ward of side there. So Bombardier's TP down was quite useless. if he wanted to kill Voodoo Jester. Voodoo Jester just realizing that he should not go through the river like this, because they have another ward of sight there, seeing the Bombardier. With Hellbringer and Magnus there, was in the Bombardier. Rex is coming in to help. Miss stun. The Witch Slayer is in a very bad position. Very bad position, but I don't think he will get caught, because Magnus kinda got his Stridus. Now Hellbringer manages to get slow up on the Witch Slayer, and he's going to go down eventually. And we have a stun on the Pestilence. Voodoo Jester ulti missed, Sticky Bomb. Hellbringer ulti. Valkyrie is going to chase down the Voodoo Jester. Good Bombardier ulti, but I don't think it will be enough. No, he is going down. Hellbringer turning into the wrong direction. Magnus as well. Both are going down. Morex is kind of looking for something to make happen here, but I don't think he will be able to kill the Valkyrie. And that should be peace for now.
Peace for now, but that was a hat trick picked up by that Valkyrie player. Who is Geomancer on this proCalibre. So a hat trick to him, that's definitely going to help out his farm quite a bit.
Indeed, and he hasn't died a single time yet. The only player who hasn't died in this match yet. So he will be very valuable for viable and valuable as well for his team, I believe. Magnus having Moraxis having Haste Rune, looking to do something with the Witch Slayer here, is able to probably insta-give him. Yes, Pestilence does not come in time.
I think we just saw a dead Malphus there. Did you see Malphus blow up there?
No, I didn't see him blowing up.
Okay.
I saw a dead tower though.
Yeah. Sorry, continue.
Forsaken. No, he didn't interrupt. Forsaken is just AFK farming all the time now. She hasn't left the top lane once in the entire game.
Well, I mean, that could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. Right now, Hellborn is leading in kills without that Forsaken, although I do believe she... No, I guess she didn't score a kill. I'm just looking at her score, 0-1. So, you're right, I don't think she's actually left or contributed all to this game other than that one death. But, I mean, she is also doing a lot of farm, right? So...
her farm is fine, she's 96. Initiation on Valkyrie, but this Curse Crown was quite a bit late. Maybe, I don't know if the players are lagging, because I don't see ping. Which player opting to initiate with an arrow, but the arrow hits the creeps. Now there are 4 players in the middle, and Magnus is going to get totally destroyed. Voodoo Jester ulti doing quite a bit of damage on the Glaciers and the Bombardier, but this is not going to be enough. Rex is porting in, but he has a Polki and he's initiating on Bombardier and using the ultimate. If he hits another X, this Bombardier is going down again. It looks very bad for him. There we have FA, first time leaving the top lane, and she's actually getting the kill on Bombardier with the ulti.
Oh, I would call stolen on that one, but yeah, that tip of that arrow was just enough to grab that kill. And as you said, she has now joined the fight. 17-13 is the score, as I'm just hitting the 18-22. 23, and this defensive tower is looking very grim as it's about to go down right boom now, with Moraxis picking up the last hit on that. So Moraxis 7-1 in this game. He's definitely doing quite well for himself.
Definitely, opposed to his other mid laner. Legion just didn't pay enough attention to Moraxis as Hellborn did, obviously, to the Bombardier. They're opting for a Congor kill right now, and probably will have no problems by the Legion team put up to get this Congor. They're kinda heading for a 10k gold lead with the Congor. This might be actually possible, then they could take out another tower without a big problem. I believe, yes, Hellbringer has his ultimate up, so they will most likely go after the Congor kill for another tower, maybe middle or bottom, I don't know yet. So we'll see. Valkyrie is going for a Diffusal Blade, that's Nullfire Blade, sorry, in HoN. And Congor is going to go down.
Congor has been slain. Pestilence has his own portal key here on the Legion side to match the Moraxis portal key there on the Hellborn side. And who picked up that token, sir? It was that Forsaken Archer, and she has herself a nice brand new Ice Brand. So, I mean, is she going to be going to a quick Frostburn, or just kind of keep it there for the stats?
I don't think she will rush Frostwolf Skull, so... No, wait, she will actually rush Frostwolf.
I just saw that Blessed Orb, yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? You might argue that Shrunken Head against the Pestilence initiation might be more useful. Then again, she might just go for raw hit points all the way. We have a kill middle. I was not quick enough, but I guess Moraxis initiated on Witchslayer, who was out of position there, if I saw correctly where he was dying. Counter initiation Hellbringer, he's dropping Bombardier, is going to go down again. Oh dear, the poor guy. But they actually managed to take out Moraxis with a very good Valkyrie contribution there. Alphys is going to go down as well. That gives a nice bounty to, I believe, Glacius. And got a little bit of gold. It was definitely an advantage for Legion here.
Well, a 2-on-2 fight, and they were able to take out that Moraxis, and of course they were able to take out the Malphus bringer himself, the Hellbringer. So yeah, I would definitely say Legion came out ahead of that one, and Glacius picking up that kill is definitely going to be a big boost to him. He's been spending a lot of money on wards, just picking up some more now. He does not even seem to have the spare cash for any of those strength bracers that we like to see on them, just get them a little bit more beefier in the fights. But he will be out and about warding yet again. I'm just taking a quick look at Pooh here. 596 is his score, definitely in the negative percentages this time around. 160 gold a minute, and I just really got to say this Hellborn team has really kept him down, and just really hasn't seemed to have been able to make a huge impact on this game other than just a few well-played dynamites in his ultimate at this point.
Actually, I think his ultimates were better than his sticky bombs, because some of them he missed. Maybe they are lagging. As I said, they're playing on a US West server. I don't know where their origins are, so I don't know if they're lagging or not. Interesting though is that the bottom counter ward of Chu, if I say his name correctly, which sounds awkwardly similar to the EG mid laner, is the pretty much only counter warding I've seen so far. Then you have another counter ward on the top rune by Pink as well. I'm gonna refer to him as Pink now, or Blue Jester. I think he took out another ward there, unless it ran out on another position on top rune. And the only ward I see up for Legion at the moment is the one on mid lane. So their sight is pretty limited at the moment, which makes it harder for them to actually farm up something. Because Valkyrie has the lead, but they're going for initiation anytime soon, I believe, in middle. If Forsaken Archer is actually going to join them, that is.
Well, I will say that they have found this Moraxis who was just hovering up and about them, but Moraxis' ult is still up for some strange reason. That's going to be an easy kill there on the Bombardier, and this Valkyrie is just going to be trying to play a catch-up at this point. She does have herself a no-fire blade, and it looks like she is going to be able to pick up that Magmus kill, but other things going on. Bombardier goes down, hat-trick coming out for this Moraxis as he takes down that Glacius as well, and it just does not seem to be that this Moraxis is able to be stopped at this point, because he does have himself a Helm of the Black Legion. He's exhausted every spell he has at his disposal, picking up all 3 of those kills, and all they had to pay for it was with a Magmus. So very strong fight there for the Legion, or sorry, not for the Legion, why could I say that? The Hellborn, with Moraxis just really popping out and surprising everyone there.
Yeah, exactly. They're pretty much going for a 4v5 strategy at the moment, letting Forsaken Archer just free farm all the time now. Till she, I hope, only has her first item. This will be a Frost of Skull. Hope, because then we might actually see more action. I don't know if she's opting for more items before they will continue with 5v5 fighting and taking down towers. I don't see the Legion side winning this at the moment, but they might surprise us with some very good team fights with a good initiation by Pestilence and follow up by their nukers. So let's see if that happens, but if it's continuing like this, that the Hellborn racks up more kills in 4v5 situations or 4v4, then Hellborn will be unstoppable anytime soon.
Well, Hellbringer has picked himself up a Tablet of Command, and this Magmus now also has himself a portal key, so we're probably going to see a lot more ultimates coming out of him, as of course with that portal key it affords him a lot of mobility in order to get into position with that devastating earthquake. Eruption. Used to be, I think, Earthquake, but I could be wrong. My Dota days are very far behind me at this point. But yeah, it is kind of very big being very dominated right now by this Hellborn team, as they're not really getting into a lot of those awkward situations that the Legion seem to be finding themselves in. They're getting picked off in 1s and 2s, and then everyone else kind of swarms. Then it's a 5-on-3 by the time they get all there. And it's just really, bad positioning at this point on their part. But I mean, don't take my word for it. Overall, right now it's just 22-16. I'm at the 15-minute mark, and the experience in gold lead is in the 11,000 ranges. Never say never, but it is a steep mountain to climb at this point, as we see an invisible Meraxis who looks vaguely visible. I don't know, is he invisible with just axes clinging to him?
He's definitely invisible. Would have been interesting though if... No, now he ran into the tower range. Oh dear. Well, Legion team knows what's up. They have a ward of Scyther as well as Hellborn, right? The defensive Legion 360-degree ward the bottom. They wanted to set in our ward on the top. Quite opposed, but we might have actually know. They know that Meraxis is in this, but they are going in. They want to kill the Hellbringer before he pops his ultimate. Meraxis is counter-initiating. The Hellbringer actually manages to get out the ultimate. It's just pure chaos. Magnus might go down to the Valkyrie, but the Voodoo Jester ulti is just burning her off, so there's the first concede vote, and it's the last actually. That was a quick game, ladies and gentlemen. We have 14,000 gold lead for the Hellborn, and the Legions thought themselves this is enough for them. Forsaken writing in all chat, I didn't even get to play, and she is somewhat right. She has 110, 176 creep kills, and she wasn't really part of the game.
Okay, so a very kind of one-sided team fight there at the end, with Meraxis just exploding, almost insta-giving everyone with the help of the Malphus, as they were not able to take down that Hellbringer, and that forced the GG. So wow, yeah, 26-minute game, 25-17 was the score, but just look at those numbers. Experience and gold lead do not lie, and as that Forsaken Archer said, it was basically a 4v5 this entire game. So very impressive play from this Kaixin Gaming, as they do eliminate here proCalibre from the amateur season 1 tournament from HoN GamerReplays.org. And that is the cast, ladies and gentlemen. We are done. So Fnatic, MSI, Nova, it has definitely been a pleasure casting with you, and I'm really got to say thanks for staying up so that we could do this, sir.
Thanks for inviting me to the cast. It's been a pleasure for me as well. Looking to do more casts in the future.
I am definitely behind that notion.
That's it for me.
Alright, so that is it all, folks. Everyone have yourself a safe and happy night. Get some sleep for yourself, sir, and we'll coordinate another cast down the line. So, this is Four Court Jester from GamerReplays.org, signing out.